Hi, I'm Mitch Berzon, a personal injury and medical malpractice attorney practicing here on Long Island. I'd like to take a few minutes today to discuss the Affordable Care Act and the benefits New York citizens can expect from the law once it begins to go into full effect this January. There's been a lot of hype and a lot of misinformation about the new law flying around Long Island and on the national news. You may have heard horror stories about insurance plans being canceled, premiums going up, or small businesses being forced to close their doors instead of offering health insurance to their employees. These stories all started from a small grain of truth, but have been blown way out of proportion. And I realize that this is a somewhat sensitive, quasi-political topic, but I'm here to tell you, what the law is and provide you with some statistics that are irrefutable. The only insurance plans that have been canceled are those that did not meet the minimum requirements for what are considered non-junk insurance. Many of these plans were already illegal in New York. Insurance companies weren't allowed to offer them because they amounted to little more than taking people's money and refusing to pay for real medical services. The Affordable Care Act simply brings the rest of the nation in line with many of the provisions that New York State already has. The alleged new strain on small businesses is also little more than hype. How do I know? I employ 9 people right here. Only employees with more than 50 people are required to offer insurance. And New York State is actually offering programs to help employers with fewer than 50 employees affordable coverage, even though they aren't legally required to do so. Premiums throughout the state are dropping significantly for individuals and employers. And even state-sponsored health plans will make for a lower burden on New York State and on individual New York citizens thanks to new federal funding under the Affordable Care Act. In fact, according to a study just released by an independent financial planning company, New York State actually stands to benefit the most from the Affordable Care Act in terms of reduced health insurance costs, increased access to care, and a reduced economic burden on the state, on healthcare providers, and on individual citizens like me and you. Lots of people in Suffolk and Nassau counties, and especially throughout the 5 boroughs of New York City, who previously could not afford health insurance will now be able to get health coverage they need, and the system will be more affordable for everyone. For most of you who already have insurance provided by your employer, you might not notice much, if any, change under the Affordable Care Act. For the many Long Islanders and New Yorkers paying for their own insurance, though, and for employers as well, this law is doing a world of good and will do a world of good once it's fully implemented. Again, I'm Mitch Berzon of the Berzon Law Group. Thanks for listening.